All right, guys, so let me get your attention here. So we're going to go here. We're 10 after. We're going to go close to noon with this stuff. That's what you have, about 11:45. Okay. This is the last training of 2018. In terms of on Wednesday, this is totally voluntarily. If you're in town, if you want to, I think I've seen a few of you doing vision boards already. We're going to do vision boards here on Wednesday about 10:30 a.m. Totally voluntary. It's not like, you know, if you can make it, great. If you don't know what a vision board is, you probably want to come.
So
right?
do we bring a board or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to go to Dollar Tree and get like a poster board, bring some magazines, you know, and it's basically is being very clear in terms of what your goals are and putting them up on pictures so you put them in a spot of your house where you visually see them every day. It really does work, okay? It really, really does work. You know, the first time I did was in 2008, and we put Hawaii on there, and 2 years later I lived in Hawaii, all right? It's funny how that works. So it's just putting these things on. I wanted a ring in the last company, because these were $100,000 rings, and I was like, one day I'll get married, and I put a ring in both rings that I would wear, my wedding ring and this, and I didn't even hit me till I started having those on. I was on my string and I was like, oh my gosh, this actually happened, right?
Wow.
So I think you should really get into that, okay? It gives you a lot of clarity as to what your goals are. This is a big year. This is a statement year. Speaking for myself, I don't think I've ever had as much expectations for myself moving into 2019. I don't know how you guys feel, but I know you're here because you're serious. You know, I'm personally making moves. I know some of you are with the help of some of my friends here. And the online platform, social media, is something that we can no longer deny. It's not a place anymore where people just go to see what people eat. It is business, right? It is what it is. You have to be relevant. And you know, and I'm not saying that you have to be living on social media, but I think where people are nowadays is how often when you look at somebody or someone tells you about somebody that you look them up on social media to see what kind of presence they have, right? And if you have someone that you find and they only have like 2 or 3 pictures, they kind of look like a creeper, right? You know, and so it's true, you know, and so people need to be, you know, it's all about engaging. And in our system, when we started the system, we did it all offline and we would push to get guests, and that's all important. But we do a lot of work to get 3, 4, 5 people on a Monday or Tuesday night or Saturday morning. We shoot one video and we get 8,000 views in 3 hours, right? So it goes to show, right? You know, and I know some of you are getting into video marketing. Video is the future. It's now. You know, most companies, as I've been listening to a lot of, you know, audio this week in podcasts, podcasting, right, is going to be like, you know, who remembers that before text message, right? Because I was someone that was anti-text message, right? I would, you know, I didn't jump on the text message bandwagon right away. I was like, well, if I want to talk to someone, I'm going to call them, right? I don't get this whole texting. And, you know, this was like 10 years ago, and I rarely make calls. I text all the time. And I promise you 5 years from now, right, text message is going to go away because everything is going to go voice to text, right? Instead of texting my mom, hey mom, I'm running late, just hey mom, I'm running late, sent, right? Everything is getting faster. And so audio, right, podcasting, voice, and video is the future. And so we really want to jump on that bandwagon now, you know, and start providing content and creating great content. What we do is super valuable. You know, now I'm very unfamiliar to the whole algorithms and structure of online marketing. So I know what I want to say, but I've been working with Andrew and Enrique now to really say, okay, I know what you guys want to say too, now we're going to position that. So today is a really, you know, I said, look, just do this super simple, you know, because sometimes I'll get talking to Andrew and he'll start going into like, well, what you need here is a click funnel. I'm like, time out. What the hell is a click funnel, bro? Like, dude, I'm kindergarten, bro. Like, you know, I don't get all that lingo, all right? Let's keep it like, you know, and I told Enrique, I was like, bro, when you do this training, just pretend that Facebook came out yesterday and you're going to present it to a kindergarten class, right, on what Facebook is. Let's keep it super simple. Now, some of you are a little bit more versed in this, so he's not here to insult your intelligence, but This is something that we want to keep it super simple. And who is interested in 2019 to start doing online marketing and start putting themselves out there? Good, then we have the right audience. You know, this is what, you know, Enrique, I served with Enrique in the Marine Corps. Him and I, we go way back, right? And he was a police officer, you know, he deployed Iraq, he did all those good things. And when I first met him then, I didn't see him moving into the space now. So I ran into him a few years later, and this guy, he's written a book, right? He's written a book. And I saw, and what intrigued me about him is he started making passive income by creating a video training series on how to write a book in 30 days. And it just runs on autopilot and he makes money off of it, right? You know, so he really got into this whole internet marketing space and has done well with it, and this is what he does full time. And so the times that I spent together with him, I was like, wow, this is very learning. Andrew used to be part of Difference back in 2011, 2012 when we first started. And we were like, okay, we need some online stuff. And he's like, let me jump into that. And since then, he's been jumping into that and also building more online brand and doing things like that. So we're leveraging these things. You know, he just built the website for Sandra, which I'm really happy with. I haven't seen Isaac's yet, but he's helping me build a website on Wednesday. So things like that, we're going to start, you know, testing and experimenting with how can we go out there and put more of an online presence. So we are automation. That's a key word, right? What does automation mean?
It's automatic.
Yeah, right? Here's how Enrique hooked me. He's like, bro, how would you like to wake up in the morning and you have 25 leads? I was like, bro, that's what I'm talking about, right? How do you do that, right? So this is what we're getting into today. So take copious notes. I don't know if you're gonna have time for Q&A or if this is gonna be a Q&A type thing. But appreciate you guys being here, you know, and really supporting with this. And I'm really excited about 2019. And this is a big deal. So let's give a round of applause to Enrique, right?
First of all, I'd like to say thank you for having me here. I really appreciate it. Really quick, just about me. Yeah, like I said, I've dabbled in a lot of different things. You know, I talk to Sarah all the time, and it's amazing how I got here. In truth, sometimes I really don't know how I got here. Marketing. You know, in truth, I have devoted so much of my time and effort into learning how the process works. But when I look at marketing, here's what it is, guys. Marketing is nothing but connecting with people on a different level. All right, it's about conveying a message, right? Saying one thing and getting them to do something else, right? There's always an action, right? You're asking for something. You're educating, you're showing them, you're doing something in return for something, whether it's a sale, whether it's just an interaction, whether it's, wow, that was great, whether it's more so life-changing, right? So marketing, in a sense, it's just about connecting people in the masses. And that's really what we're gonna do. So, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. For myself, let me tell you the power of marketing. All right, the power of marketing is such that I have gone from starting out, not knowing. I mean, I used to be the guy that used to go, my mentors, they used to tell me, hey, go search for this. I used to go into Google and type www.google.com to get to Google and then search. This is how much, like, I was like, man, guys, that was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, all right? That's where I was. Had no interest in marketing, nothing. So all I'm saying is here I am 4 years later, all right? I own 3 businesses. I teach, I create courses, and I'm actually in the move right now of changing the world the way, with education for veterans. I actually create GI Bill approved courses. I have one submitted now in Nevada, and I have another course submitted in Texas. So I want to start taking the way education is being, I guess, you know, tossed out there, and I want to change it fundamentally because, you know, a lot of times many of us don't have time to go to college. We don't have time to go to 2-year university. We don't have time to, not to mention the money, right? Some of these courses, if you go look for a marketing course, like, hey, yeah, check it out. I'll show you this, but it's going to be $1,000 just to get on a course, and there's nobody guiding you. It's literally the course guiding you. That's how expensive it is, but that's how valuable it is. So really quick, I want to start giving you some fun facts about Facebook. So it's the 3rd largest visited site, all right? Here's where it's interesting, and Carlo pointed out something that's very, very interesting. Guess what the number one is?
Instagram.
No, it's actually Google, right? Guess what the second one is? YouTube. He said it, video. Video has been king for the longest time. It's just that people never knew how to use it. They didn't know how to use it for marketing. So as marketers, we're like, hey, how can I make this effective? How can I make a video, right, that intrigues, that brings people in, and then I can, more video, convey the message and get them to do something, a call to action. You're gonna hear me say that a lot, call to action, call to action, call to action, because that is what you wanna do. Anytime you're on social media, anytime you're doing something, you want somebody to do something. I don't care if it's just a like, I don't care if it's a share, but you have to tell people what to do. Call to action, right? So, so YouTube is the second, Facebook, third. All right, over 22 billion monthly users, 22 billion. And you're gonna tell me that we can't get one person to come take a look at our stuff, right? Think of the power of this. So 68% of Americans use Facebook, 68%. Think about that, 68%. 30% of Facebook users are age 25 to 34. Why is that important? Because that's kind of the age where they start thinking a little differently, they're maturing, right? They're starting to think more, this is where you wanna get them. Right? Start thinking about investing, finances, that kind of stuff. Bless you. 41% are 35 and older. And actually, more people over 65 and older are starting to get even more involved, right? That's how they communicate. Why? Because grandkids, parents, it's an evolution, right? They realize, man, I need to get involved or I'm missing out. The average 1.47 billion people who use it daily, right? This is like all over the world. And then out of this, the only ones that beat us is India. India has more users than Americans, straight up. And now here, America spends an average of 58 minutes a day, at least. That's the average person, doesn't even like social media. They try to stay away from it, but in some way, shape, or form, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, they are on at least an hour a day. Think about that. So 88% of users log in, use mobile. So phone is crucial. That's why everything that we create in the marketing world, we're saying, hey, first of all, compatibility with the phone. That's the wave of the future. That's why it's so important that you can go and get somebody something, an app or something like that. That's why it's crucial to get into this mindset when you start creating videos, when you start creating things that you're gonna post out there, pictures, the dimensions, that kind of stuff. You need to pay attention to some of those things. So in Facebook's kind of interesting because they changed a lot. When it comes to marketing, there's a difference between the personal page and a business page, right? So a lot of us have a personal page, but we use it a lot for business, right? So when you try to run an ad or you try to do something, you try to boost, Facebook doesn't like that. They don't like that at all. Why? Because they want you to create a business account, right? They want you to separate those two. Right, and there's a lot that goes into it with algorithms and how many views you're gonna get. When you create a business page and you promote your stuff and you're not spending any money on ads, you will actually get it seen more because it's on a business page. Because that's what they want. They know that at some point you're gonna spend money. You're gonna spend money on an ad, and they want you to do it off of a business page. Why? Because they're collecting information, because they're doing everything possible, because that's what they want. They want personal business, right? That's all it is. So it's very, very important that you start thinking, okay, I have a personal page, I have a business page, and if you don't, obviously we're gonna help you create a business page and separate those, and then just start getting it more professional. And even your personal page, we're gonna start getting it to be a little bit more, how it's a call to action. All of this is meant for business. Yes, we communicate with families, we do everything, but all of this we're talking about here is how can I get one person, right, to sell? You have more people on your personal page than you do on anything else. Right, more friends, more people, right, you contact them. Well, you wanna post stuff. You wanna post it on your business page and you wanna share it to your personal page. Right, you see that, so now it's building this, sending it to this. You have a lot of people, it's like, think of it, you have a pool of people right here that you can already tap into. That's what you want. And then these people start sharing more of your stuff. You guys kind of see what I'm getting at, versus trying to build this hardcore from the get-go. It's a lot. It's a little harder. So, like I said, they like to keep it separate. So the top 3 most important things when creating a business page, and this is also goes for your profile, for personal profile, is your business name and description, right? Obviously, everybody looks at that. You know, they want to see who you are, your business name and your description, and what you're about. The profile photo and cover photo, super, super crucial, right? We speak with pictures, right? Everybody looks at a picture and they're like, oh, I get it, you know? So it's crucial that we have these aligned, that we have them set up, that we know exactly what we want to convey, how we project ourselves, okay? And then obviously the action you want people to take. Yet again, call to action. What is the result you want when you're posting? I see a lot of people post, right, but there's never a call to action. They never tell them anything. The information that I've seen from this group is amazing. A lot of value, a lot of education, but if you don't send them somewhere, it's like, oh, great. Boom, on to the next. All right? And just a little fun fact, we're gonna get into some more fun facts about video and pictures and what people do. It's very, very important to remember. Photos, get your description, your personal profile, and also, you know, just start tightening all that up. Stuff you don't need on there, get rid of it. Right? Any links that send you to a business page, any links that send you to a website, put it in your personal page. Yes, sir.
This is your personal page or business page?
This is for both. So what I'm trying to do is basically what I'm saying is the links, any links. So your personal page, your friends are gonna look and they're gonna be like, oh, well, what are you about, right? Because everybody's like, they meet somebody. First thing they do is they go Facebook. Let me check them out. Right? Instagram. Let me see pictures.
So I need to delete that video where I'm shotgunning it.
Yes, sir. I don't know, that was a good one. No, but what I'm saying is people will look at your personal stuff and you might as well send them somewhere. Tell them what you're about in the bio, right? Anything you can. Remember, call to action, call to action, call to action. Don't waste the space and don't waste your time, okay? So here's what I wanted to do, just kind of a little thing. The next 4 days, I want you guys to focus on a couple of things. So Facebook page 4-day cleanup. I just want you to go look at your Facebook page. Go see what you have. Really, go look and see what you have or what you don't have, right? So clean up any pictures, videos, posts that are not related to your business. Now, that's more for, you know, I'm not saying, hey, get rid of your grandkids and get rid of, no, what I'm saying is doctor it up a little bit more to where if you have videos on there that you know, it's like, hey, this is whatever, it's just get rid of it. Start cleaning up your area, right? We're going into 2019, we might as well start thinking, hey, I want to start off right. You need a solid platform, all right? So you can start developing more stuff. You can make room for more stuff that's going to be helpful to you.
How critical, I mean, do prospects and clients, do they really go through all your stuff, right? I mean,
Whether you're getting a job, whether you're trying to close someone, I can't tell you how many times I've closed, only because people say, dude, I saw that. Or, dude, I didn't know you wrote a book. It's like, that's awesome. I actually spoke to somebody, they went to my Facebook page, from my Facebook page, they went to Amazon, they read all my stuff, next thing you know, they have a picture of my book, they're sending it to me, they're posting it, no, I'm serious, they're like, hey dude, awesome, this is great, everybody should check it out, and I'm thinking, how the hell did that happen? Right? But it happens. That's exactly how the wildfire starts, right? I've witnessed it. In truth, I'll tell you a quick story. That's exactly how I started some of my businesses. Hey, let me get some marketing for you. Listen, you need some help? Let me help you. I give them some actionable plans. Next thing you know, they're implementing. After they implement, they're like, wow, they see results. After they see results, they're like, dude, we want more. Can you help us? Yeah, you know, I'll do it for X amount, but understand, we get to reach a certain level, I'm gonna have to charge more, right? Because time is money. So once we get to that point, it's like, I already know what I've done. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm serving them, I'm helping their business grow. And what happens next? It's like, hey, I gotta walk away from this. I've given you all the actionable stuff you need to do. Follow this recipe for the next 6 months to a year, you're gonna be successful. Well, all of a sudden it's like, crap, I don't know what to do. It's like, dude, I've been showing you the whole time. No, what happened is, I was the one doing everything, they weren't paying attention, they didn't wanna learn it, they'd rather have somebody do it. So then after that, it's like, well, I gotta walk away. You know, you can't afford me 10 grand a month. Okay, fine. Would you like to be a business partner? Well, let me check out your business, let me check out your numbers, let me see how viable this product is, and then let me make a decision. So then I look at the numbers. That's how I ended up becoming co-owner of 3 companies. Wow. All right? That's exactly how it happens. That is the power of marketing, guys. It's just because of what you know. So don't ever think that something as simple as writing a book or something as simple as a picture or a post or a video won't make a difference, because I promise you it does. It just takes that one chance. And guess what? That one chance is all you need, because you're reaching hundreds of thousands of people, right? And then you put some power into it, like money, where you spend 20, 30 bucks on an app. You're like, you know what, I want to test this out. You test out $5, see the reaction. Perfect example, Isaac. You guys tried out, 8,000 views, right? Something like that?
8,959.
Right? How much money did you spend on that boost? It was a boost, right?
I spent
35.
I spent 30, but because I didn't know how to do it, apparently I spent another 20 on it. So it was 50.
Okay, so 50 bucks.
50 bucks for 9,000 people.
All right. Did you convert anybody?
They've been getting a lot of people setting appointments, like 10 appointments already.
Perfect. That in itself, guys. That in itself. So think about that. Think about the ROI, the return on investment. $50. All right. 8,900 views. People are coming in. You close one person. I mean, the ROI is insane. You make a lot of money for 50 bucks. That's the name of the game. All day long. I tell people, I remember I used to start off and I used to say, man, I'm spending, 50 bucks on these ads, but I'm making 110. So I cover my 50s, so that means I'm making 60. It's like, dude, all day long, right? But that wasn't always the case. I put in 50 bucks, right? And then I double down, right? And it's like, okay, 50 bucks, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put 100. That should get me 120, right? The math. And sometimes it doesn't work out that way, right? Because I decided, I'm gonna change something that, we don't change anything, right? So the point that I'm trying to make is that's the power of a little bit of money with ads. You don't have to put in 50 bucks, you could have tested with 5, with 10. Be like, you know what, I like this. It's working, but all it takes is one lead. One lead to come in, buy, it's done. You would have made one lead, potentially what, 300? Even more, it just depends, right? But the whole point is you want to make the money work for you. But you have to do strategy, you have to know what you're doing, right? That's the beauty of all this is, you know what's interesting, guys, is all of you are on social media every day. Every day. The only difference is it's how you're using it, right? But you do call to actions every day. You message somebody, you want something in return. Whether they call you back, whether they message you, whether you post something and I know some people look at it as how many likes did I get? How many shares did I get? Is anybody even looking at this? It's addicting. Social media is addicting, right? And you might as well think of it that way, and that's all you're trying to do. Now you're just doing it with more information that's going to reach the masses, and you're trying to get them to do something, which is buy, right? You want to educate, you want them to buy. So back to my point is just a little bit of ad spend, just a little bit of effort with it. I mean, they didn't even know, and no offense, but they didn't even really know what they were doing, but yet they got that reaction, and that's what you want. Imagine if you would have had a call to action, a link, somewhere you would have taken them back to. You know how much more people you would have reached when you would have told them what to do. Online, people like to be told what to do. They truly do. If you don't do it, they just scroll. What do we do all day? What do you see? Just people, just like this, all day long. All right, why should I stop at yours? Why should I stop at yours? Make them stop. That's why the content is compelling. That's why the way we present it is compelling, because all of a sudden it's like, oh, whoa, let me check this out. Do you guys know that the average person on a video, if you don't capture them anywhere between the first second to the third second, they're gone. That's how much a 10-minute video, 30-second video, very, very powerful. That's the attention span of the average person on social media. You have 1 to 3 seconds to capture them.
So worse than a little kid.
Worse than a little kid, 100%. But you can with compelling titles, with stuff that people call it clickbait. It's only clickbait if you don't deliver. Have you guys ever heard the term clickbait?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You guys get clickbaited all the time, right? You see something that's like, I know what this is, and this is probably crap, but I'm gonna press on it anyway because it got me. I'm curious. You got clickbaited. Where it doesn't happen is when it's clickbait and then it's garbage. It doesn't deliver. You're expecting an outcome. You want to see the result. What's the end game here? How to save money. How to make $100,000 in 3 days. I want to know, but then they deliver. It's like, hey, buy my course. It's only $120,000. So It doesn't deliver. That's what's considered clickbait. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I was just thinking of a video I saw on YouTube, and it said pretty kittens or funny kittens or whatever, and it had like so many million views in less than a few days. But it was a dude just sitting there staring at the camera, no kittens whatsoever. But he made money off of
Oh
how
my
many
gosh.
views he generated.
Yeah, it's
And that was the start of clickbait. Was those types of titles, which how YouTube runs is just like that. It's great.
yeah. And so to become viable in the space, you have to deliver, right? If I give you a title, if we create a video and we say, hey, why you need to stop putting money in the bank right now? Well, guess what? Everybody uses the bank. Put money in there. It's like, well, I want to know why. We better deliver. We better give them something compelling, something strong that can hold up to the title, because guess what? Now we become clickbait. Now nobody will trust us. Now no one will ever want to do business with us because they know what we're about, shadiness. So that's why the content is important, what you put out there, pictures are important, the message is important, everything is important. When you're trying to play the game of marketing online, everything is important. Just like when you meet somebody, you want to be, wearing your Sunday best, you want to do X, Y, Z, you want to make a good presentation, right? When you don't, you feel like, oh man, I lost a sale. It's even more exaggerated online. Right? It's even more. Look at all these, I see like Instagram. Instagram, they have a lot of these people, that's how they make money. They post pictures, especially, fitness is very big. You got people massive, right? And then how do they do it? It's like, hey, let me promote your product on your page, and okay, that'll be $1,500, right? So imagine they do that every single day. They get advertisers, right? I run it's called Modern Survival. I run an email marketing website. It's a survival website. That thing generates $40,000 a month, right? And guess what I use, guys? Quizzes, right? What do we love? We love games. Right? So these are I'm just giving you guys ideas of, imagine Difference had their own, hey, take the quiz. Are you financially savvy? Right? Get a score, give us your email, blah, blah, blah. And now we hit them up with a free financial plan, PDF, how to save money, 10 steps to saving money right now so you can invest. We're giving the 10 steps, but at the bottom, it's all about where they're gonna invest it, the opportunities, what they're gonna do with it, X, Y, Z, right? Guided information, automation. It's all just one cycle, right? This is exactly where we're going, guys. This is why it's crucial that we start off with stuff like this, because it starts with you. You are the foundation. If the foundation isn't strong, if we're not united, if there's not one goal, right, which is to acquire leads, right, help people make money, all right, because that's what I'm about. I mean, I can sit here and tell you guys all day long, hey, yeah, dude, I'm about helping people and making money, right? That is how, money's not everything, but it is something. And it will help change your stars, right? Doesn't have to be your stars. I'm just saying it will help. So the whole point to that I'm trying to do is we need to clean this up. That's why we're doing all of this. So clean this up. So day one, just focus on this. Clean up any pictures, anything you know is like, this isn't really me, or this was me 10 years ago or 5 years ago. I can see Isaac now. It's not you anymore, right? So clean it up, right? Start thinking, hey, you know what? Eyes on me all the time. If I talk to somebody, the first thing they do is, man, what is this person about? Why should I listen to you? It's like, well, how do you hold yourself? How do you carry yourself? Super important, guys. That's all it is. Okay, so day two, profile and cover photo, right? Look, guys, some of the stuff might get into a little bit like technical stuff, right? Well, I don't know how to create this. I don't know how to create a cover photo. I don't know how to do this. Guys, we're gonna help you, all right? This is something that I can help you with. That is so simple, right? And it may not seem simple to you, but understand, guys, remember, I just told you a story. www.google.com, search, blah, blah, blah. I had the best and worst mentors ever, right? I can't even imagine, if I told you stories of how my mentors treated me, because they were so savvy, they were 20 years ahead of the game than I was. But yeah, they took me in, they taught me everything, but it was brutal. I was learning from the best, but it was brutal. And that's not going to be the case with you guys. I want to help you guys understand some of these things. Tackle fear all right, head on. Don't be afraid of technology. Technology is there to help you, all right? All we're trying to do is guide you to how to best maximize the usage, how to best develop a strategy. That's all this is, guys, is a strategy, right? You post something, you get something in return. You post something, I want an action. I want a reaction. I want something, right? So profile and cover photo. What do you have on there? You know, if you're like the guy that drinking beer or, you know, smoking weed, it's like, look, it's a little different, right? It's you want to present yourself a little bit more professional. But most importantly, guys, be you. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be authentic. You have to be you. You know, I think it's so crucial that we get lost in that. And we're going to go into that a little bit more. I like to use Canva, canva.com. Canva.com to me is one of the best tools out there because it's so simple to use. You can create amazing pictures with it. It basically tells you, and we'll have some more training on this, guys. If you don't know what this is, we're literally going to set up training. It's like, hey, here's Canva, guys. This is what we do. This is how we create it. This is where you put it. This is how it's saved. This is how we can help change your business. A tool this simple. I'm telling you, I've posted some of this stuff. Perfect example, my book, it's called Your Best Hustle.
Your best one?
It's called Your Best Hustle.
Oh.
And it's really a 30-day challenge to empower the warrior within. It was basically me telling people my journey about being super lost after the military, that I was a Border Patrol agent, I was a police officer, then I went and my soul died when I went to go work at Social Security Administration, and I was in a cubicle all day long, and all I did was people lying to me every day, because I was a claims investigator, so all I did was listen to people lie to me when I have footage of them, I have everything, I'm just, bro, just dude, you're done, like, I caught you, I'll even work to letting you off if you just tell me the truth. That's how bad it was, right? Anyway, my soul, I was dying. I was that guy that would go to lunch and take tequila shots. Yeah, I was that guy. Heck, I even started drinking before work. I was like, I need to stop and just take a shot. Like, I was like, dude, this is horrible. I need to get out of this space. So I did. I left it after like 8 months. I was lost. So that's what the journey was about. But the whole point of this is, you guys need to find your why. You guys need to understand. You guys need to, you know, this game that you guys are playing, right? It's crucial, it's essential, right? But understand your why. And we're gonna get into that a little bit more in a little bit. Unsplash.com, actually Sarah just taught me this last night. So I'm that guy that I go use iStock and pay like $200 a month, because one of the things that we'll learn, and I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but using pictures, using stuff like that without permission, with all that stuff, you can get in a lot of trouble. I got sued. I think they wanted something like 50 grand, right? For using a picture that a client gave me. So I was developing a website for a client. He gave me these pictures. I'm like, dude, are these legit? Like, you understand? The first email I sent out with this picture, boom, I got hit. 50 grand, bro. This is what we want for your utilization of the pictures. I was like, what? So of course I go back to the client, hey dude, you need to fix this ASAP, right? I asked you. That's the power of it. Anyway, ended up settling for 10 grand. $10,000, from $50,000 to $10,000. That is the importance of understanding the game you're playing, all right? It's crucial, but we're gonna cover all that. We're gonna learn all these things. So anyway, Unsplash, yes.
Where can we put the picture so we can sue people?
I know, right? Well, you need to take them first. Oh, trust me. I love Isaac's thought process, because listen, when it happened to me, that's the first thing I thought. I was like, wait a minute, I'm business here. Like, I'm trying to cover my tracks. I need to just go out there and start suing people. No, they're companies, and this is all they do. They develop software and they go find it, and it's gonna cost you more. I mean, in the long run, you probably make money, but it's not even worth it. So Unsplash.com is another one. You get free photos you can use. You know, they're okay. I don't care what these things say, free photos. Always look at where they're coming from, look at the rights. You don't want to get in trouble. You guys are getting into a space where this can happen. It's happened to me. Oh man, I was shocked. Can you imagine 50 grand? It's like, yeah, bro, I'm not paying this. Like, I'm not paying it. So anyway, just a couple of things, but yes, look, profile and cover photos, super crucial if you need help. we'll help.
Hey,
Yes.
can I double tap on the pictures for a second?
Yeah.
There's a lot more sites, but on there, like you said, read the rights, because there's different licenses available within those pictures. Also, some of them want photo credit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you definitely need to read the small print. I've got a list of like 12 different sites I use, but all of them have different stipulations.
And that's why I invest in the $200, because the photos are bomb, and I don't have to worry about any of that. I can use them for whatever I want, as many times as I want.
That's the
In
same
any
with
business.
music as well, right?
Same thing with music, same thing with a lot of stuff, yeah.
That's called iStock.
iStock, yeah, you don't want to do that. Trust me, there's way more cheaper. I'm just me because that's what my mentors taught me, and I know that I cover 100% of my bases using iStock. That's just me, right? But no, we're gonna get, with Andrew, like I said, there's a list of sites that you can go to that are really helpful that you can do this with. Hell, I mean, Canva, you could buy pictures within Canva.
Yeah.
They're like $1 and free reign, right? So there's all sorts of stuff. So a lot of stuff, I hope you guys don't get overwhelmed because we're doing a overall, right? So profile and cover photo, super important, right? You need to make sure that you're presentable, just like you are in real life. Day 3, super important, right? Introduction. So your bio has introduction, right? This is what people read about you. The first thing they read, it's like right there, picture, and then boom, all about you. Who are you? What are you about? What's your purpose? Why are you here, right? Super crucial. This will also help you, get those leads, right? And focus on it and be mindful of what you're putting out there, right? But most importantly, I can't even emphasize this enough, be authentic and be you, right? There is nothing worse than somebody meeting somebody when they're not that person. It'll shut down business in a heartbeat, right? You won't even have a chance, right? So be authentic. Don't be afraid to be you, because there's only one of you. You should be super proud of that. Okay, and the about section. So there is an about section. You guys have seen it. A lot of times that's where you can put links, phone numbers. People read about your business, or they read about more detailed about you, your likes and stuff like that. And you don't have to, but I'm just saying that in this business, understand you're asking people to trust you with their money, with their future, with the future of their kids. I think it's important that you guys put effort into making sure that you convey this message, right? All of this stuff is super crucial, And it's not just for business, guys. It's just for everyday life, But because of what we're doing, people will come to your site, to your personal page, before they go to your business page. They know you're trying to sell them. They understand that. They want to know you. Am I dealing with a jerk here? Who am I dealing with? Maybe this person, I see the name, okay, great. Maybe I go do a Google search. Next thing you know, you see a bunch of rip-off report, right? And you're there, and it's just constantly like, whoa, I'm glad I checked. Because believe me, businesses do it, people do it, employers do it, everybody does it. It's the new way of checking resumes, right? So believe me, everybody's looking at your resume. So, work on your story, guys. I can't even tell you, I've been talking a little bit, keywords about authenticity, about who you are, about what your goal is, how you align with what you're doing. So important, right? Everyone loves a story. Everybody loves a story. I can't tell you the most I ever closed by telling a story. Actually, Sarah was there. It was at an event, and I had an emergency preparedness company, and I was selling a $1,000 product. Right? Imagine a $1,000 product, selling it to people. I got up on stage. It was being, it was live. It was in a lot of people. Right? Actually, it was one of the first times where I had stood up in front of a bunch of people and, marketing a product. I was terrified. I didn't have that kind of experience. But went up there and I didn't know what to do other than tell my story. Like, hey guys, this is who I am. I'm military, prior law enforcement, prior military. This is who I am. This is what I developed. This is how it works. This is how it's going to save your life. All right. Then I gave him a story. And that was it, guys. $110,000 later. All right, over a story that I made up. I don't want to say made up. That I just on the whim put together. right? Develop your story. People want to know the real you, authenticity. If you present yourself in a manner like Carlo, always, everybody, military professionalism, he knows his stuff, right? But people trust him because of that. He knows his stuff, right? So he's reliable. People understand that he makes time. All of that is crucial. So when he tells a story, the story really tells itself. And that's what you need to work on over the next couple of days going into 2019. Start thinking about it. What is your why? What is your why? Really, why are you doing this? What is your goal, purpose? If it's making money, by all means, that's your reason. Hey, that's a hell of an awesome reason, right? I mean, if it's truly helping people because you see that, what got you involved in it? Gail, you have a story that I've heard, right? Being a nun, coming out, it resonates with people. It's a life, she said, wow, how did you go, it's like, I can see the title now, it's like, From None to Financial Freedom. It's like, okay, I want to know.
I would click on that.
Yeah.
I want to know what's up.
Me too.
I want to know what's up. I want to know how this nun is going she went from that to this. Tell me.
With the
Right?
with the picture of you in the habit,
Holding a bunch of hundreds.
that gets your highlight.
That would, and that's what I'm talking about, guys. You see, it's like, and that's what we're gonna work on is how can we get people,
That's clickbait.
right? See, but that's your story. That's where you came from. That's what you're doing. That's how you're serving people now. It's crucial. It's important. But most importantly, it's authentic and it's the truth. And it just serves itself. And that's how you serve people, right? And that's all I'm trying to do. I didn't create all this stuff by BSing people. You can only get away with it for so long. If you don't know, you don't know. If you tell them, I'll find the answer. I'll get back to people. But the story is so crucial because it'll help you sell. I promise you it'll help you sell. Right? This is how I've made money, guys. I'm not ashamed to, people, I don't care. Making, $10, $15, $20,000 a month. I promise you guys, I was at that boat where I didn't make anything. I didn't even know how I was gonna pay my car. I didn't know how I was gonna pay rent. I didn't know a lot of things, but I just knew that I had to. Right? And I knew that I had to do something. And everything that I'm telling you guys, I learned from mentors who took me in, who said, dude, you've got it, we just need to develop you. All right? So for the past 4 years, I'm their experiment, right? And it's been working out really, really great. And now guess what, guys? They went from being my mentors to now they're my clients. That's how much it's shifted to where they know that I can produce $40,000 a month for them. And I'm like, dude, why would we get rid of you? Hell no, we created you. Like, no way. Then they're very conscious. They're always like, what are you doing? Don't go anywhere. What do you want more money? Keep your money. But at the same point, it's time to move on, right? It's time to move on. So everything we're developing here, guys, it's so that you could eventually start your own agency. So you can start developing your own stuff and branching out and growing the company, right? This is why we're doing all this. But we're gonna do baby steps, right? It's all a strategy, guys, all right? I have zero doubt in my mind here that everybody's super motivated, all right? What you guys need is motivation along with actionable steps, actionable stuff. Yeah, dude, I wanna get it done, but where do I start? What do I do? That's exactly what we're strategizing on developing to get you there, right? So that your personal development is actually actionable. You see results, you see something happening, and that's where we're at. So the story, super crucial. I can't even tell you, we're gonna work on this. If you guys don't know or have problems, all I want you to do is start reflecting and start thinking, what is my why? Why am I doing this? What do I want out of 6 months, 1 year, 3 years? What about a vision board is perfect for that, right? But more so for you. What are you actually putting into this to get the results you want, right? And you can dream all you want, right? Vision boards are vision boards. They're all great and stuff, but if you don't take action, and especially if you don't have direction, you don't have guidance, that's exactly what it's gonna stay, like a vision board, It's like, I see it, I dream it, I can feel it, it's super far away, but man, I have no way of getting there, right? That's what we're gonna help you do, all right? Take those steps to getting there. All right, guys, I covered a lot of stuff, any questions on what we just covered? It might seem like a lot, but in truth, it's really what we're trying to do is we're just trying to get you to understand where we'd like to be this coming year and where we want to start 2019 because it's time. You know, one of the things that I started doing, because I started researching this, you know, probably 4 months ago, that Carlo and I actually started talking. So I started doing a lot of research, so I can attest to how much research, homework I've done, how other companies like WFG or other companies are doing it, how they're doing business. I'm telling you right now, nobody has it, nobody's doing anything.
Wow.
And here's why. Because of the way they've been trained, because of the way the industry is. It's very hard to find somebody that understands the marketing side, the strategy, and also understands the knowledge that you guys have, right, and how to convey it, right? So just get a marketer, get your knowledge, pair up, and man, make some money, help some people, right? And that's really what it is. And I've also learned that a lot of these strategies very, very simple, but we don't know what we don't know, so we're gonna test. A lot of this is testing, guys. We're literally in uncharted territory here, right? Because nobody's doing it. So we're gonna pave the way in a lot of ways on how this is done, right? To help people. So now you get new people coming in. They're not just coming into the way, you know, getting licensed, all that. They're coming into a strategy, a way that they can start making money. They can start helping people immediately. And that's very attractive to people, right? That's what we need. That's what we want. That's how we grow, right? So do you guys have any questions on what was this covered? Because there's only one more thing I want to cover, and I want to re-emphasize, and then we should be good to go.
Do you pay for a business page? How does that work?
No, the business page, when you create it, is free. Everything is free. The only thing you pay for is Facebook ads, boosting or Facebook ads. And there's such a way to create them, and we're going to go more in depth with that on Facebook ads and what works and what doesn't work. And, you know, even the basic posts a day, right? When you post, how long should a post be? The pictures, video, where should I put the link, right? All these things matter, believe it or not. Do you know that Facebook hates it when you put a link in and it takes them externally, right? They hate it. So when you don't put money into that, right? Let's say it's not an ad, you don't boost it, and you post it on your page, and you have a link that's sending them externally, it's on. They're gonna be like, you know what? You have 1,000 people. I'm only gonna let maybe 100 people see this.
Really?
That's the game they play. That's how they make money. When they went public, they had to pay investors, right? Stockholders. The only way to make money is with the ads. So understand the game. You have to understand the game you're starting to play, so that you can make the best moves possible where it benefits you. And there's also things that we can circumvent that and how we beat them. And that's what marketers, that's the name of the game. It's like, oh, you're coming out with that, bro? Well, we're gonna circumvent you with this. Or we're gonna come out with that. Or hey, we're gonna create a software that actually crosses that bridge. That's all it is. It's like cops and robbers, you know? The cops bust us, I come out of prison. I'm gonna find a new way to do this because that one didn't work. That's all it is, guys.
Is there like a book or maybe a site to learn more about Facebook in depth?
Yeah, listen, Facebook has its own training element that you can go to facebook.com training. You could go to all that and just say, hey, how do I write? But here's understand this about the training with them is not only is it the basics, but it's all with the intent of getting you to spend money.
Wow.
So understand even in that, right? Hey, we want to help you, help us.
That's their call to action. Right?
That's the call to action, right? When you go to Facebook training, you see all this, everything should be boosted or an ad, or you should invest some sort of money into this, which rightfully so, right? It's not just that they're making money, it's just that that's the name of the game, right? You have to spend some money in ads to get more people. Excuse me, but there's a lot of ways we can circumvent that. I have a team that this is just constantly the game we play. We just stay on top of it. Especially like email marketing. Let me tell you guys something about email marketing and how powerful email marketing is. Like I said, $40,000 a month for sending quizzes out is no joke, right? Think about that. I'm taking creative stuff, creating quizzes posting them in there. People click on it, and then I sell ads to investors or to advertisers at $2,000 a pop, sometimes more, because they want my list of 100,000 people, 200,000 people, 300,000 people, whatever it is, right? That's the beauty of it. And how do you get them to interact? Content. You guys ever heard the term content is king?
Yeah.
Content is king. As a matter of fact, Jessica, you and I have had several conversations about, you know, where to move forward and how to do a lot of stuff that we've talked about. I love the fact that I was talking to Sarah. I was like, you know what, Jessica actually, you know, she implemented a lot of this stuff and she listened to it, which is good. But what are some of the results, right? Just simple changes, right?
Yeah, on Facebook, and like you said, my page, making it professional, about my business. I talk about my business on my personal a lot.
Yeah. And that's the key, guys. It's just minor changes, minor tweaks. You guys are already on social media, right? And depending on you know, we're gonna start with Facebook. Why? Because obviously the numbers are there. You can reach a lot more people on Facebook, right? So we need to learn that game, and that's what we're gonna focus on is Facebook. I don't want to dive into anything else. Instagram is it? Yeah, those are all great, but in truth, you're gonna get the more bang for your buck on Facebook, only because we can reach hundreds of millions of people there, more so than anywhere else, right? And then there's a lot of intricacies on the other social media platforms, which we will eventually get into. But guys, let's just dominate one. Let's start off with one. This is where it gets really, you know, business owners, they get lost because what about Instagram? What about Pinterest? What about them? Like, you're seriously gonna tell me you're gonna sit there and you're gonna try and become a social media manager when you don't even know the first thing about Facebook? I'm telling you, it's tough. I know the game and it's hard for me. That's why business owners and stuff like they go, it's like, dude, you want all three, you want 4 social media platforms, 10, 15 grand, bro. Because it's time consuming, because I have to develop strategies. That's the thing, it's not just tossing stuff up there I have to develop strategies, I have to think about it. I have to look at your business and see why it's not working. I have to go in there and like code and decipher all this stuff and be like, right there, that's where it's at. This is where we're messing up. Guys, that takes time, that takes a lot of power. Sarah can attest to this. I sit there sometimes and I'm like, man, that's it, I'm fried. I need a break, I can't think, right? And I go do something and I'm back. And but I love that. I love problem solving when it comes to marketing. Yes?
So how do you prevent people from hacking your account?
You know, really all that is just better passwords. Better passwords, make them difficult. You know, Facebook already has a really solid wall on how they do it, and you know, a lot of reporting stuff. Did you know 2018, the beginning of 2018, there was about almost close to 360 million fake profiles that in 2018 alone Facebook got rid of.
Wow.
That's how it's out there, right? That's what happens. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Yeah, so much fraud and so much stuff, and you know, so yet again, how important is it that you guys need to establish yourselves in authority, as authentic, as authority, building the trust, building that. So what you put out there is super crucial. It's even more crucial, right? Because money.
Is there a way to tell if you have a fake profile and don't know about it?
A lot of times, no. A lot of times, from my understanding, a lot of times it's people who are searching for you and they find something and they're like, dude, this isn't you, and then they tell you about it.
Right.
It happens a lot more on Instagram than anything else. You know, especially with influencers. They're called influencers. They're people who they get a lot of followers and they do the advertising. Well, guess what? Somebody clones them and they they take pictures, they create a profile, they put it out there, and now they're, hey, yeah, I'll post stuff on my profile using these fake pictures of a real person, and then they're generating revenue. Like, that's insane. It's like somebody taking my picture and using it to make money, right? When this other person's worked really hard to become an influencer, and you know, they're taking business away. So stuff like that happens. But no, it's really just making your passwords a lot tougher, making them longer, a lot tougher, and that's really it. Try not to save your passwords all the time, especially with crucial stuff, banks, stuff like that. You know, don't save it. Always make sure I gotta type it in. But if you just have it on memory, that's exactly what happens, right? So the only other thing that I wanted to cover really quick was some stuff that's super crucial. Like, remember guys, every time you post, right? super crucial. Call to action, call to action, call to action. If you are posting and you are not asking for anything, doesn't matter. It's like you never posted at all, right? If you are a person that loves this kind of stuff, until you can turn it into dollars, just a fantasy. Doesn't really matter, right? Likes, shares. You want the shares more than the likes. You want the shares more than the likes because now people are sharing your content. You want it that. I've had it to where an article of mine, 900 shares. Just one article. And I haven't even touched on that, guys, but articles. The power of articles, the power of educating people. You guys do it on video, it's perfect. You build more of an online presence when you write it and you have it on there. Your Best Hustle, I can type in Your Best Hustle on Google. I think I own like the top 5, 6. It's all about my book and this and that. And then it even goes into my Medium account, which is a way to blog. Just really quick, I don't want to get into it, but Medium.com is actually part of Facebook. Think of Medium.com as think of Facebook as a website, and Medium.com is the blog. So you type. The beauty about Medium.com is that you can tag. They allow you up to 4 or 5 tags. So you can reach hundreds of people, thousands of people, all in one article. And you link them back to your Facebook page. And this is eventually what we're getting into, guys. We're gonna grow, but this is, slow and steady. I'm not trying to overwhelm. It's not about that. It's just about the future and where we're going. But call to action, understand this about likes, shares, all that stuff. Gail, you asked, why can't we share? Why can't we share this video, right? We posted a video, right? I just posted it yesterday, I was testing some stuff.
Yeah.
You asked, why can't we share? It's like, well, it's because it has to be public. It has to be open to the public. When you put a group in it's a secret group or it's closed group, you can't share stuff.
Okay.
Makes it really difficult to share stuff. Why? Because you're bringing people in. You see, if you could share, then if you block someone, then all they have to do is share it, friend, then it gets to them regardless. So the whole point, that's why Facebook does it. It's more for safety, right? So that's why you can't share. So it's very crucial, right? Make sure.
I just thought it was content that you wanted to share, so I was like, why isn't that shared?
No. That's.
But I think you guys are just testing it out.
Yeah, that's the reason why. So really quick, we're almost done. I just wanted to show you really quick. This is a friend of mine. She has Marketing Solved, but this is kind of like some of the stuff. I know we have a lot. Actually, you see a lot of realtors do stuff like this, or they post, but you see they have their logo. They have, this is what a business page would look like for you guys. I'm talking individual. It's not, the way it's all set up, the structure. Yes, there's going to be like a corporate or main one, but it's individual, guys. We're trying to grow you. We're trying to get leads for you guys individually, not as a whole. I mean, we want to be united as a team, as a whole, but it's really on you guys, right? So this is what I'm talking about, guys. Just simple stuff. There's their about, pretty simple, but you see, they have all their stuff where they can be found. There's the about, right? That kind of stuff. This is all super crucial, right? And I can come over here, and here it is, create page, and you can just tell it to be a business page, that kind of stuff, what you want. We're gonna go more into detail on this, guys. Right now, this is not the time for, hey, because I want you guys to start thinking about this is exactly what we're going into. And we're gonna start developing them, all right? I'll create a video, I'll do something where we can have more training, and I'll walk you step by step on how to do it and how to get it all together. Because really, it doesn't take that long, right? But it's crucial to get into the new year running and with actionable stuff.
Can you click on the photos?
Yes. So you want here?
That's a good video. Makes me want to join now.
So like there's not like
Join
personal photos on it?
No. In the business, no, guys. It's all, how you do. Hey, all that. As long as you're in the business world or you're with a client, you're all right there. It's crucial, guys. You guys talk to people all the time. Don't be afraid. Hey, we just closed, dude. Congrats. Or hey, can you take a picture with me? Now you have something actionable. Now you can tell a story on a post that says, hey, XYZ, helped another customer, have you thought about your financial future, blah, 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 XYZ, check it out, here's a picture, right, happy people, what's that?
Social proof.
Yeah, it's all social proof, guys, right? It's like getting a testimonial. Super powerful, more powerful than anything you can put out there. People want to see results,
Can
right?
you give us an example of, you talked about cleaning up your Facebook page and a profile pic and like a wall picture. What is, can you give us an example of that, what that looks like?
I'm sorry, what?
Like the profile picture and then the wall, what's the?
Cover.
Cover photo, that's it.
This would be like the personal. This is the cover photo. So it'll tell you. So like if we go to mine really quick, right? It'll allow me to edit. So update your cover photo. This is the cover photo back here.
Right, no, I get that, but you're talking about go in and clean up your profile, like for your profile picture.
Yeah.
And then your cover. What example, what do you ultimately want to put on there?
Like what do you want to take out?
A picture of yourself, of you and your wife.
Oh no. Well, that's yet again. That's what I mean. Is what's your story? What do you want people to? For example, Gail, if she talks about that, Christian, right? For her story, all of that would be crucial. That's her story. That's who she is. That's who she's serving.
Okay.
Right?
And matching your profile picture with your profile in general, so who
Yes.
you are as a person. So how would you reflect that to everybody else? A family man, or a professional individual in a suit, or however you're trying to portray
How do you try to be perceived at? How do you want people to? So match your profile picture with your why. Match your profile picture with, for example, if I came in here in a suit, super not me. Not me. I mean, as a matter of fact, I churched it up. Normally I'd be in shorts and sandals. But that's how I roll, right? I don't do the whole suits and this. I can't. It's a rarity. I have suits. Hell, I'm co-owner of a suit company, to be quite honest with you. And I just don't do it. So yeah, so match your pictures with your why. Super crucial. It's called alignment, guys. You want to be aligned with your message, right? That's all it is alignment. Be authentic. Make sure you have all these, and make sure that your alignment and your motivation, your focus, and your purpose are all aligned. Yes.
Can I add something to the profile? I also have, I have to approve any photos or videos that go on my timeline, on my profile.
Mhm.
It's nothing bad, but sometimes people will tag me on videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So I have to approve what's on there.
Mhm.
Sometimes I
Yeah, and that's a great way, especially for a company, to have that, right? If we're building the brand, if you're building your own personal stuff, yes, one of the ways that we can do it. Like I said, guys, I didn't want to get too much into it because right now I was trying to avoid the overwhelm, but like I said, we're going to go actionable steps and create all this stuff for a good business profile. So really quick, one of the other things that I wanted you guys to see, so for example, we talk about the most important thing we're trying to do here is lead generation, right? Where do people see you? They can send them a Facebook page if you don't have a Facebook page. So one of the things that I wanted to do, like I said, here's the video. Now here, normally, this would never happen. I would never put the link here, right? That's why I put it in the comments. Because see, now Facebook won't know what I'm trying to do. They'll be like, oh, it's in the comments. So somebody's commenting. Over here, I'm basically telling Facebook, hey man, I want to send them out of Facebook. Yeah.
Can I piggyback something? So on the clickbait thing, don't comment a specific word below, because Facebook has a phenomenal algorithm. So if they see that everyone's commenting the word penguin below or get info or whatever, like the way I do it, I love how he puts the link in the comments, but I actually ask him, how would it feel if you had this? So I'll get varied responses, and once people respond, I'll go ahead and send them the link via Messenger. And then I go on that comment and I just say, hey, Sandra sent. And so that way, Facebook doesn't know, because I'm not telling them to say yes, more info, I'm not giving them keywords. Hey, how would it feel if you had this? Comment below.
Yeah, so here, like I said, click the link to learn more. I would put that, I would take out this thing, and this is why I put it here. This is exactly why. So then when you click on it, that video is a 10-minute video, so it literally would take him over to where they can watch the whole full video, right? And then this is a page where, you can basically start capturing their information, right? And here it is, first name, it would be super easy. And then you're basically, all that's happening right now is I'm taking all of the video that was created, 1 minute, to explain it. So think of it the hook, the video's the hook. Remember 3 seconds, right? You need to capture them. So you just quick, good catchy title, this and that. Get into something where it explains it, you fill this out, right? So all of this stuff is supposed to be met. See, you're asking them questions, you know, whatever it is you want. What's the best time? Get your free financial plan, right? Any comments, you know, right? Submit. There you go. Carlo winning, right? Thanks for the inquiry, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what just happened, guys? I just uploaded my information, and this thing went to an email for Carlo. I got the email, right, as the guy that inputted my stuff, with all the information. So now it's like, hey, somebody just, there's a lead. You need to do something ASAP, right? Contact them. They just gave you their information. That means, what are they? They are a lead that is a warm lead. They're interested, right? And that's what you want. Yes.
So quick question too, so you're saying that when you post a video and you want to send them somewhere to like advise them to check out the comments and follow the link in the comment, as opposed to just putting the link in the...
Yeah, you can tell them, link in the comments, right?
Okay. good.
Because of the algorithm, because of the way Facebook wants to play the game, it's like, okay, I'll just put in the link. Now they can't hit me up on anything that is a comment in the links, but they can on my posts, right? You can do that in an ad all day long though, you see what I mean? Because you're paying for it, but they don't care. That's what they want your money. So we're just circumventing all of that.
And correct me on this, I've seen it work. I don't know the exact algorithm, but like for example, when Isaac or Sandra or somebody posts a video, like something that's good, like good content, and say they posted it on Monday, and you know, I learned this just by default, like logging in on Thursday and seeing someone that posted a video on Monday, it's like the top of the feed. And I was like, oh, why is it still up here? Is because it's creating engagement, right? So like if you comment, so you know how people say, great video, I love your stuff, right? But you don't comment on it, and if you go back into it and you just say, hey, thanks for the support, it drives it to the top, right? So when people first log in, it's the first thing that they see, you know, and so it creates more engagement, I've noticed. That's true, right?
Yeah, so the more engagement you get, right, the more shares. Look, likes are likes, but likes are just an actual, nothing really happens with that. It's like somebody, you know, saying, you know.
We want the comments, right?
Yeah, you want the comments, you want the shares, you want, so the way it works is, likes are okay, but the best ones are shares, then comments, then likes. That's the way Facebook works. You can do that. Yes, honey.
I've heard a great way to get people to share your content too is to make it seem like it's super intelligent. That way people are like, well, I want to share this because I want people to know I'm intelligent.
Yeah, and that's why the context is important, because whatever you're sharing, right? It's like, oh, I want people to know that I'm a part of this. Oh, I want people to, you know, it's insane. It's funny. You get a lot of those with like the motivational stuff. You know, like the Tony Robbins and the, you know, all these other influencers. Like, you know, it's like, oh, great videos. Let me share this. It's like, hey, I think like this guy.
Exactly.
or they, you know, and that's what you want. You know, if anything, it starts with the associates, but more importantly, it starts with the consumer. So we start building this. So, you know, for lack of, you know, we didn't have resources. So then, you know, it goes back and it just takes you back to social media. Guess what we just created, guys? It's a whole circle, right? They never left my web. All right. Once I captured them, I capture them. Now from here, we can take them something different. They can download a PDF. They can, all this stuff, guys. You just keep them in. Don't let them go, right? Until they buy something. That's the name of the game, right? And this is exactly, this is it. This is the psychology of getting people to purchase, right? Authenticity, good content, right? Super key words in the whole game of marketing: acquisition, content, monetization. You want to acquire the customers, you want to keep them, and you actually hook them with good content, and then you monetize. And as long as you have that content, you're always going to monetize. That's why email is so crucial, because guess what you can do? You can retarget them. You can come back. They didn't buy, but they were interested. Hey man, thanks for checking this out, blah, blah, blah. Here's another training video. It's like, they come back and they say, they didn't buy anything. Hey, here's another training video. Let me give you some value. Let me give some, never ask them for the buy, just value, value, value. And then eventually, whether it's now, 6 months from now, guess what you just did? You just implanted finances, you implanted help, you never, all associated with that. Not to mention you continue to give them content, right? Every now and then, maybe like twice a month, you send them an email. You know, that's why the current customer is so crucial that we contact them, because guess what they become? They become lead generators. They become lead generators, they actually work for you, right? Tell them, hey, how's it going? By the way, I wanted to show you, here's what's happening, right, in the stock market. Right, this is how we can do this, XYZ, educate them. Super simple, right? Yes?
Is there any way, let's say we do a financial appointment, we help a family, and then we say, hey, you know, would you mind taking a quick picture for my social media? Is that any way where they could like get you for that?
No,
Like, even if they say,
especially when you're asking, think of it this way, when you're asking for testimonials, you're asking for that kind of stuff, that's all part of the testimonials. But I love the fact that you brought that up, because yes, be 100% transparent, right? Let them know what it's gonna be used for, because they may not feel comfortable with that.
Exactly.
And that's okay, but you ask permission. Yes,
I was just adding, I don't know if it's too much, but they interviewed me like a couple months ago in insurance. They're starting a platform and we took a video and a picture and they made me sign a waiver.
yes.
So maybe that, I'm all about like signing because I'm in the insurance industry. So you can always have them
Keep it
sign
with
the
you.
waiver because you never know if that post is going to become very famous
Yeah.
and then we're going to ask money for
Go
it.
viral,
Yeah.
Yeah, it can, and that's why, you know, especially with people you help, most of the time they'll say yes, you take a picture, right? And it'll be fine. Most of the time it's not that, what Sandra's talking about is more like, hey, I'm gonna be on Fox News, or hey, what are they gonna say about me? Or hey, is something that I say gonna be used again and again?
Right.
You know, so it really depends on the level of it, right? So yeah, but yeah, exactly. Always get permission. And always ask for the testimonial. After you help it, always ask for the testimonial. Always ask them, hey, if you were satisfied with it, it's like a survey, right? But no, you want it in writing, you want it a picture, you want a video if you can.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is a better type of testimonial? Like if I just, you know, did this with a client and they're happy, and I was like, hey, you know what, would it be okay if I shoot you on my phone? Just say, tell me,
Yeah,
you know, what did you
it's
get from
perfect.
today?
And that's exactly why you should always have, you know, some questions ready. Like, hey, can you just tell, like, how does this help you, right? They tell you, blah, 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 let them talk, right? It's a simple question, let them talk, guide them, right? It's like an interviewer. What do you want, what do you?
How great I am.
Yeah, tell them, it's like, hey, tell them about me, It's like, yeah.
Now, for that, you don't need professional video stuff. If you pull out your phone and it's raw and it's real, people love that on social media.
Yeah.
All the time we worry about too much polished stuff, and don't get me wrong, I do polished stuff. But when you're out and about, people love raw and real.
Yeah, and it's super crucial. Like for example, the funnel I just took you guys through, guys. Let me tell you a story about a funnel like that and why I thought those were so effective. Because when I first started partnering with the suit company, right? It's called Salute to Suit, right? And I started I didn't partner with them. I was helping them, and I didn't know. They didn't want to spend any money on a site. They didn't trust me. They didn't know who I was. I'm like, dude, I tell you what, this is what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna generate at least $2,000 in the next 2 weeks. First thing is that BS, dude. No way. I'm like, dude, if I do it, it's on. Understand? I'm gonna charge you like 10 grand to build you this automated site, to build all this stuff because I know what I'm doing. Okay, didn't even take me 2 weeks, 10 days, 2 grand, right? I use that. I use exactly what I just took you through. I use that. I developed it, pictures, verbiage, good copy, you know, copywriting, getting people to understand. When you do this, understand that you're selling to the psychology, the psyche of the person. You want to tap into their emotion, right? They don't care about difference financial. They don't care about your features. They don't care all the amazing things you can do. All they care about is how you can change their lives. How can you help them go from man, I'm dead broke, to man, now when I'm 65, I'm gonna be doing pretty good. That's what they want. They want the result. They don't care. I'm telling you, nobody cares. I could sit here and tell you, hey, suits. I sell suits. $249 for a tailored fit suit. You get a suit, a shirt, a tie, a pocket square, a belt, and socks. I include shipping and handling along with that, and you get it in 10 days. And I still get people complaining. I still get people like, well, how's it gonna help me? So you change the tactic. dude, without a suit, you're not gonna get that job you want. People aren't gonna take you as serious as you want them to. For a man, think of how a suit makes you feel. It empowers you, right? It changes your mindset. It changes the way you feel about yourself, which exudes confidence. That's how I sold them. That's how I sold them $2,000 in 10 days, right? I didn't know anything about suits. I don't even wear suits, right? I made up stuff about fabrics and about, hey man, the stretchy and look, dude, you're gonna feel amazing. If you can't get girls, trust me, you're gonna get girls now, right?
I guarantee it.
I guarantee it. But guys, that's exactly what we're doing here. All I'm trying to show you guys is how to tap into the emotion of your potential customers, of the people that eventually over the year will come and surround themselves with you, who are gonna believe in you. They're gonna look to you, be like, well, you know what, you're here already? How can I be like you? But you have to be like something before that. And that's what we're gonna get to. You guys feel me where I'm coming at? Yeah.
It was funny how we were talking about online profiling, like, learning about who we have in front of us, and that's exactly what I just did to you. And you did wear a suit, so I saw all your pictures. And I was like, I got to learn from you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm learning from you now, but I'm like, oh, add friend, and then look through your photos, and I'm like, oh, see, he does wear a suit.
Exactly.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right.
It only took me less than 5 minutes to just
Exactly. I just got social profiled.
done.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So imagine that. I got fact checked within a minute of me saying something. Think about that, guys. Think of the power of your reach, of their reach, of what they have on you. Hence, let's clean it up, guys. You see what I'm saying? That's the power. That's why we're starting on the basics, right? For you guys. So, like I said, guys, this is just a quick circle, something, and then, we can eventually, move on to other stuff. For example, we come here, you remember that video, right? In Facebook, we clicked on it, I just took you to the type form.
Yeah.
Right, that little funnel. So this is exactly the same thing, guys. This is just on a whole different level, right? So, you click it, here we play Carlos's video, right? And
so in this video, I want to educate you on how indexing works.
Right? Pretty simple, nothing major. Just educate them a little bit, hear a difference, this is what we do, blah, blah, blah. Come in, all my info's already propagated in there already. Right? So all we're doing is taking them through a little journey, a little experience. All I'm doing here, guys, is acquiring a customer. Getting them to understand exactly what I'm doing. That's the power of your content, guys. When you strategize it. You guys see what's happening? Everything is a call to action. Do not waste your time on social media, right? Especially for business. Hey, you want to go mess around, go look at pictures, or spend an hour on watching kittens? By all means. like I'm just saying, it's there, right? Like, dude, I've seen some of those videos. Like, dude, why am I watching this?
Yeah.
I get tried. I know exactly what's happening to me. I'm like, wow, I just can't take back 30 minutes of my life right there. Like, that's it. Wasted. Done.
Oh my god.
So just something as simple as this, guys. I mean, this is more out there, but this, guys,
I love
is
that, man. That's
this
great.
what gets, and really, I'm gonna tell you guys something personal. I was so burned out this week, so burned out, because like I said, I'm running 3 other companies. I'm trying to develop all this and do all this stuff. I was massively done. Sarah last night. So I finished one of these. And Sarah's just looking at me, she's like, this isn't your best work. She's like, this isn't your best work. She's not the copy, not this. I'm like, babe, I'm just tired, I'm done, right? It's like midnight.
No.
I'm just like, man, I don't know. And she helped me create this. And so we were, I was so frustrated, and I'm sorry, Annie, but I was cranky. I was cranky. I was like, she said, well, what am I? I was like, oh, great. And she just turns around, like, I thought you wanted my help. I do, but guys, this is the power of like next level, right? This is This is next level stuff, guys. This is what people are making millions on.
So I'm sorry, it says New York Stock Exchange? Is
Yeah.
that, did you get permission to use that?
Yeah. This is
No, I just was wondering.
Yes, all of this stuff you see is 100% legit, other than the fact that difference can come down and sue me, you know, because I didn't get permission from them. So, but understand, right? Like this is exactly just what we're trying to create, a whole different funnel where now you can send it out and drop $200 on an ad like this and get more people, and they're like, damn, this looks awesome. This is the power of a funnel. This is the power of content. This is the power of how it all works, right? So yet again, you know, so then you fill it out, and it's pretty simple. I'm just asking for your info, contact me. Yet again, this would be tied to your backend where you get an email, you get a notification, you might get in a spreadsheet, right? So now you know how to call them. And then you just say thanks. Very simple, guys. Doesn't have to be all complex, doesn't have to be anything. And that's it. It's that simple, guys. Right? I mean, it's not as simple to create, but I'm just saying this is the ultimate goal of 2019, going into it and just generating leads. My goal is to help you guys develop your online game as well as getting stuff like this out to the world, right? But what do we need to do? We need to get better at making videos. We need to get better at doing XYZ. I know a lot of you guys are like, this and that. Nobody's asking you to do it. We have Carlo, we got Isaac. We got a lot of people already that are powerful enough to speak about this, that can make that video. All we need from you is maybe a 30-minute video, which we can totally guide you, coach you on. That's not a big deal. But why do we need that? Why is that crucial? Because it's coming from you. Because we want to build you. We don't want to build Carlo. We don't want to build Isaac. We want to build you. So people need to see you in that role. And then we can send them to something more massive like the 10-minute explainer video where Carlo does an amazing job. Isaac, Sandra, like there's people in here who are very talented that they can do this already, like the back of their hand. Utilize them. Utilize their content. That's exactly what we're going to do, right? It's a team effort to grow everyone individually. And guys, this is the wave. This is where it's kind of heading, right? This is what 2019 has to look like.
Yeah.
It has to look like. Any questions? Yeah.
I know there was like some sort of domain where you can go and put your name, like you want it, so nobody else takes like your name, you know? If you
Oh,
have a
like you're talking
website.
about buying domains. You're talking about
if
website
you're-
domains?
The name, yeah, like if you have a
Yeah,
website.
so you can go buy website domains, you can, get your stuff, if you can find it. And I had to get enriquemarin.io.
Yeah, cause everybody else had it.
Because the .coms are done, but hey, at least I have one, right? So yeah, you can go to like Namecheap, you can go to a couple of these, GoDaddy's one of the more prominent ones, but they're more expensive too. Namecheap is actually pretty affordable. To use namecheap.com. You could go find your URL, all right? It's just www.carlosalgado.com, right? And you search for that. And then you can use that all the time if you want. So yeah, it's pretty easy. If you can't find it, find something that works for you. But like I said, guys, don't be in a rush to do that because we're gonna develop all of that. We have to take the proper steps to develop your online persona, all right? Your online business, your online identity. It's crucial to your success, all right? And I don't care if you move on from Difference Financial, this is gonna help you in the long run because guess what? Technology, social media, it's only gonna improve. It's only, as a matter of fact, I was talking to Andrew earlier how, blockchain technology, you guys have heard cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, the ticket is blockchain technology. It's gonna change the world. It's gonna change the way we do business. Businesses do business. The way businesses do business.
What is blockchain technology?
Blockchain technology, in not so many words, is just a way of checking everybody. It's a new way. So for example, let's say that a pharmaceutical company created a pill, right? They created a pill. Now you have this doctor who created this in a lab all the way to the consumer. Well, guess what? That consumer can now check every single step where it was, where it stopped, all this stuff, right? Checks and balances to where they take it. God forbid something happens. Now they know where they can track it. Who did what, who's responsible, XYZ. Why? Because of the pharmaceutical companies, there's a lot of fake drugs. So a lot of people who die trying to save money purchasing these drugs, right? So things like blockchain technology they're taking it to the whole next level. In many ways, they're bringing trust back.
Yeah.
Right? That's exactly what's happening. So I'm not gonna get into more of that, but But if cryptocurrency is supposed to be the new currency, right? It's supposed to replace the dollar, which
Yeah, whatever.
then blockchain technology is a railroad tracks. Cryptocurrency is a train. Blockchain technology is a railroad tracks, right? That's exactly how it is. Other than that, guys, like I said, I'm sorry, Jen.
So I just wanna make sure I understand the lingo. So is a funnel a way of getting the customer's
Yeah.
information?
A funnel is, let me show you a really quick funnel, all right? Here is what we call a hook. You know what's happening, right? Right, this is like the bait, if you will. Throw a fishing line out there, you're fishing.
Gail the nun who was holding hundreds. That's the big
Yeah, Gail the nun holding hundreds. That's the catchy,
That's a campaign, but we gotta
Yeah.
you know,
It'll sell, right?
yeah, from a nun to a financial goddess. How I did it.
That show when we were kids with the nuns.
The flying nun.
The flying nun, yeah.
So think of it this way, right? And then they go to, like a landing page. So what you guys saw, basically, is this right here. Where is it? This one? This right here is the hook. Right? This is what you would call like a squeeze page, or you get their information. This one isn't even a squeeze page. This is just a hook, right? When you click on this, this is where you take them to the landing page. This is where they get all the content. This is where they're gonna learn more about you. The other one, you just want to get them in. And hey, come into my store, man. Come check it out. I got great deals. Check it out. Right? Now they're in your store. Now they're just shopping. Oh, I'm interested in this. Okay, cool. Now, maybe they're not ready to buy, right? But if they were ready to buy, you would have a product there. They could just check out. Boom, I got it. It's a sale. So that's the landing page, right? That's a landing page. And then that's where it goes to the sale, right? Then you go to the CTA, which is the call to action. What do you want them to do? You want them to buy, right?
So is the bait, the landing, the CTA?
Yeah, you don't have to, just think of it, it's a hook.
Okay.
Just think of a hook, right? You're getting them in the store. Then they land somewhere, like a
It
website.
could be like your banner, right? Like on a video, like your banner
Yeah.
is what, but
It could be a banner, it could be everything, right? It could be all of that. So this is a landing page. This is where they land. And then they get information, right? They get all their stuff. And then what did I do? I just inputted all my information, right? So here's my call to action. Hey, this is just a quote from Carlo. Let's connect, start below. Boom. And this is where I'm explaining a little bit more, right? And then I just hit continue, and there you go. I just start giving them my information. And that's the call to action. So think of it as three simple steps, guys. Hook, landing page. What do you want them to do? And you have to separate them. If you want an email, then you devise a strategy to get your email. If you want to sell them something, you devise a strategy to get them to buy a product. If you want them to consume a video, you design it as such. Here, what we're doing is we're designing it to where they watch a small video, watch the content, and then I want your information, right? So that I can call you if you're interested. Now what you're doing is this is going overnight, just running overnight, right? Maybe put an ad in here, there, spend 10, 15 bucks. It's just running. This is how we get it to where we start perfecting the content, you start putting more content out there, and then people are just, you wake up and it's like, oh man, I got 10 leads. It's like, this is cool. So now I'm gonna call these 10 people, because guess what? You didn't have to go talk to them. Guess what? They came to you. They were interested. So now it's easier to approach them. It's like, hey man, I saw you there. How can I help you?
and we can target this because for me, I've done business on webinar, but I prefer to utilize this to get them face to face. Like that's my goal. So you can market it so it's just local San Diego.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is exactly, this would be targeted for like San Diego. We would maybe do like LA down to San Diego,
right,
Arizona area, right? In the areas that we know that, hey, this is viable, this is our reach, right? Because there's no sense in doing like, hey, I'm gonna target all of America, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Wasting money, targeted ads. And so each one of you could potentially have one of these, right? But that's what I mean is it's growing your own personal business. It's growing your own stuff with the content you're already creating. All the content you're learning, guys, it's already there. Carlos made, the content is insane. It's already that. All we have to do is doctor it up, put it out there, say, man, no, it's out there. Did you ever get that, Jessica, did you ever get that digital newspaper?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
make sure you get that. Very powerful. Like I said, guys, any content you get is crucial. You can make it work for you. You could take one sale. And the best thing is you want to get it to where it's organic, all right? You guys know what organic is? That means you're not spending any money on it, Organic, no money. Paid traffic, right? So yeah, guys, in a nutshell, I know it's kind of long. It was, a lot of info. Don't get discouraged. Don't look at it as like, there's no way. Listen, guys, just take a breather. Focus on your story. Go to your Facebook page. Start looking at it. Right? And we will come back to this. And if you need any help, then we haven't quite figured out how we're going to do this yet, but I will make sure that I help each and every one of you if you need it, just on actionable, stuff that you can do. And I may just create a video like, hey guys, go here, go that, make sure you put it, but, or I'll share this slide. But understand, we'll eventually get you guys there, but it's crucial. You have until the 1st to do all this because it's important. If we're going to start working on all this content and making it actionable, you need to get your ground on, be on solid ground and know exactly if you have a good platform.
Just want to know, show of hands, who's interested in implementing this to themselves?
No, that's fine.
No,
I don't want
that's
anybody
fine.
to get discouraged because they don't know how to do it.
I'm gonna show you
Understand?
how, I just want to know, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly the how.
We're not trying to, I talk about Enrique, we're not trying to break the bank with this,
No.
It's not like you guys are going to have to come out $10,000 each.
No.
We want this to be, it's going to be baby steps as we grow, obviously, it's got to be a return on investment. You know what I'm saying? So we want, if you're investing $50 and you made $500, that's a good investment, right? And so we're going to be reinvesting in the platform, but this is the future. I know for a fact it's going to work, because it's better than what we're doing now, and we did pretty damn good this year, right?
And it's all testing, and what I mean by testing, guys, is that I'm not going to sit here and tell you, and I'm going to tell you something right now. Anybody that promises you anything is full of crap because they don't know what they're talking about. You cannot do anything until you test. I can sit here and I've written amazing headlines and they've gotten clicked and I've made money. And then when I thought, this is going to be awesome, I'm on top of the world, dude, I just made me grand yesterday. It's like, who can stop me? And then nothing. I actually lose money. What just happened? It's like a daily gut punch. For a marketer, that's like the worst thing. A marketer that truly cares, all right? He truly cares about where your money's going. Your money's treated like it's mine, like it's coming out of my bank. Why? Because that's my reputation. Because that's what I do. And I pride myself in what I do. And if it's not actionable and if I can't help you, I'll be the first to say I can't help you. Because I really don't care. Because in return, like in truth, my reputation is more important than that. The only thing that I comment you is that I've been doing this for quite some time now. I've had budgets of up to $100,000 where it's like, dude, go spend this $100,000 on ads. You better make 200,000. Like so understand the positions that I've been in, not to mention my own money that I put into my own companies. You know how hard it is to try and sell $1,000 product? A physical product in emergency preparedness when people like, they don't even want to buy a knife. Like, so think of all the stuff I had to come up with, the testing and the this and that, and the pictures and the videos, I was doing stuff that it was just like, hey, I'm going to go to this puddle and I'm going to take this thing, I'm going to drink from it. And, 2 days later, I'm like, man, thank God I didn't die because I don't even know what was in that puddle. Right? But those are the things that, you commit, you make it happen, guys. If you believe, but truly if you believe in yourself. And I do. And I want to help you guys believe in yourselves when it comes to our market. That's it, guys. That's all I have.
And I know we got people that have other businesses, like obviously, bookkeeping, accounting, taxes, PNC, fitness. Are you guys interested in doing that for even that side of the fence as well?
We got like a referral.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Now,
My mind, I'm sorry.
What I'm realizing is now that I've really been give him a round of applause. This has come full circle for us. Obviously Andrew's been hitting on this for since the beginning of the year. We met Enrique and we were very stubborn with it, but I've just been analyzing even my own behavior with social media, what kind of captivates me. I'm starting to see like the influencers out there are becoming like documentarians, right? And I love documentaries. Anybody love documentaries, right?
Love them.
I see cable becoming more obsolete. And I find myself even at home, my wife's like, you want to watch a movie? I'm like, I don't feel like watching a movie, but what we're doing, we're looking at stories on Instagram and social media, and the best marketers are they're moving to vlogging now, right? Not even blogging, vlogging, like, and so it's no longer about the result now, where people are just like, oh, check out my Lamborghini, my house. Like, people don't really care about that. People, like, the best things I think I see coming 2019 is taking people where you're at now and allowing your audience to meet you where you're at now, and then being able to, you document your client, right? You know, and so kind of like, hey guys, good morning. Hey man, so just wish me luck today. I got 3 appointments today. It's the first time I'm doing this, you know, and that's like, you know, it's kind of like, what's the Truman Show? You ever seen that movie, right? It's. I feel like it's becoming more like that, and the people that are getting leads is, I mean, how often have you found yourself just following people's stories that are really not even anything to do with you, but you just love the way that they're, you know, it's like, wow, that's really good, and I'm not even interested in that stuff, right? So you got to be. It's. I had an epiphany in early December that I am most happy when I'm creating, not reacting, right? And if I get to create, I'm like, what can I create today that's gonna add value? And he's absolutely right. People don't care about you and how much money you made and your business and the success that you're having. People, what are you gonna do for me? Like, well, how does this even benefit me? And I think we have to be a lot more creative in that. And, you know, I've been talking to Dago with this, because even in this small room right now, there's so much talent in this room. Like what we can do, like if we just got creative with the talent in this room, it's very multifaceted in here. I mean, we got everything from millennials to baby boomers, right? Spanish speakers, you know, marketers, content creation. If we just start leveraging each other's gifts, you know, we're all going to win in here. Sarah, I got to give Sarah a lot of credit because she's really made an impact on me personally. And one time we did a personal development on a mindset training in here, and there was like 5 people at training. What I think I appreciate about Sarah is that she's always been really honest with me. You know, and she's like, great training tonight. I'm like, oh, thanks. I'm wrapping up. She's like, can I say something? Right? Like,
Oh, I hear that. Oh man, I can't believe you said that. She got you.
But it's really like, and I love this because she hit me with this, and she's like, that's just so valuable. Like, what you said tonight is too valuable for it just to go to 5 people. And I was like, wow. She's like, that should have been mic'd up. You should have had recorded all that audio so if you want a podcast. That should have been live, you know. And I was like, wow, she's absolutely right. And so for me, I was like, I'm thinking way too damn small. Like, all this preparation and driving just to deliver for 5 people who may not be here in 3 months, right? But if we put that out, right? So now I'm thinking like, well, I'm going to mic up every training and mic up every trainer, so we download the audio so that goes on a podcast, so that it's used for future use, so that we have to start allowing the outside world, like we're on live right now, we have to allow the outside world to come into our space, like come into our house.
Or for agents who are not able to make
Yeah, right, you know, but for the outside world, like, there's a lot of people right now that are still curious, like, what do you really do? I see you like post these things, like, what is your company about? So when we can do this, it is a little bit vulnerable, because basically we're allowing people, it's like, hey, come into our house. Let us show you how we roll here. And I promise you, there's going to be people like, I like that. I like what they're talking about. I like their content. I like what they're teaching. And you're going to start getting messages. I've just done organic videos. Like, I came in here one day and, you know, they didn't even share it with me, right? They were just, I was like, it was Isaac, Sandra, and Thomas. And they did that, you know, and before that, here was my video. My videos were on average 4 minutes to sometimes 10.
Yeah, he's like, Isaac, videotape me. I'm like, man, this is
So, yeah, so I didn't know, right? And I tell Dago, you know, sometimes I see Dago, oh, Dago did a Facebook Live, and it's 9 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm like, hell no, I ain't got time for that, right? You know, it's like my legs are getting numb from being on the John already. You know what I'm saying? Right? You know that's where you watch it too, right? But my point is, like, that's why we've been playing with the minute clips. So when Isaac and Sandra did that minute video on the indexing, and I was like, bam, that's really good. And I just duplicated it right away. Like the next day I asked Michelle, shoot me on this, right? And I did it, and I posted it on LinkedIn and Facebook, and so far it's given me 4 clients. I made $4,000 on that video. On LinkedIn from all that, right? Organic posting. And I told her, and I was like, okay, all right, done. I submit, bro. What I got to do, man? Take my money, man. You know, let's get this going. And so now that's what we're doing. But we're gonna start getting a lot more creative with videos. So just if you're gonna be training, I need you to be okay with being on Facebook Live, right? Being like we're gonna mic you up so we can. You know, Sarah set up a difference podcast channel, right? You know, so we're gonna have training on content on podcasts because, like Linda today, I was like, she drove all the way from Menifee. I was like, what do you listen to? So I listen to Christian music, but then, you know, I was listening to podcasts, right? Well, why not listen to your podcast?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why not listen to your content? And how many people would be downloading that stuff? That's how we're gonna increase our influence. And you think this is gonna convert to monetization? You better believe it. You know? Andrew's helping me with the website on Wednesday, right? You know, I saw what he did for Isaac. I haven't seen Isaac yet, but we did for Sandra. I'm very impressed with the work he did on that. Yeah. So everything is, like I said, as leaders, we're going to be investing with this, and we're going to experiment, right? The last thing we wanted you guys to do is like, oh man, they want $3,000 from me for this. I'm not there yet, you know? We're going to start with as much free stuff as we can do and leverage the talent, but you will inevitably, as you grow, you're going to have to start investing into yourself, you know? And I told these guys, I just hit record, and I know what I want to say. I'll give it to them. You do it, right? You structure it. I don't want to be editing. I'm not a video editor, but in 5 years from now, every company, if they want to be relevant, I'm talking not just in our industry, every company will have to have a videographer. I promise you, right? Every company is like, if you want to be relevant, video marketing is where it's at, right? And documenting, you know, documenting your journey. Because it's true. Who said that, right? He added Enrique on Facebook. There's times I walked into appointments and people are like, oh, I asked my wife who we're meeting with. I Googled you right before you got it. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, shit, I Googled myself. What did you find? Google yourself. You might be amazed that, like, I saw a picture in there from like 12 years ago. And I'm like, whoa, I can't believe Google found that on, you know. So this is where people are at. You know, they want to know, like, they'll Google your name. And since Google owns YouTube, right? If you have YouTube videos, bam, they pop up right on the first page. Same with your Facebook profile, so people are clicking. They're like, who am I dealing with, right? So it is clean up your profile now. Some things I think we need to know is kind of what posts to stay away from, right? You know, I know, like I was told, you know, listen, audience, like, you want to be universally appealing, okay? Like, you don't want to just put yourself in a box. Right, so like if you're a hardcore Republican, you know, it's like, well, you know, be careful that you're not just posting things that are just leaning to one side and you're alienating certain other people because money's universal, guys, right? you know, so be very conscious of what you're posting and that you don't put yourself in a box. Keep it professional, keep it universal. Because if you do, I mean, if you just want to be like, hey, I want to be, for example, you know, and I'm not talking Christian or Republicans, but I want to market to Christian Republicans, then you can go ahead and brand yourself that way, but just know that you're putting yourself in that box, right? And there's going to be other people that say, well, I don't vibe with that, so even though your content is good, I don't do. People are conscious investors now. They want to do business with people that they like and trust, right? And if you're like, hey, this is who I am, we'll be like, well, that's not who I am, right? So I'm going to stop following because that doesn't resonate with me. Does this make sense?
And that's 100% okay. That's exactly why I say the word authenticity is more important now than ever because it's lacking. Because there's so much fake out there that people are yearning for authenticity. So be that. Be authentic to people. I promise you, they'll serve more people.
So be yourself. And the same thing with that. Just understand that all of Gail's clients that have been big clients, for I would say 90% of them come from her church, right? That come from people that she's been at church, and she's built a brand, I would say, from that, being known in that space, right? Which is fine, okay? What I'm saying, when you go into the online world is
don't be something that you're not, you know, but just be conscious of like, okay, be conscious of what you're putting out there, okay? Because it isn't forever, right? Better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. True, right? So, okay, cool. Anybody else got any feedback from today? I know we're wrapping up here. What'd you guys get, right?
Enrique was saying just with the Facebook post, I was thinking, you know, he said just try out $5, $10. I'm like, I would definitely try that out instead of that's gas money. That's time. You know, if I can spend $5-10, try it out, I'm all in.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. It's testing, guys. I don't spend more than $20 on an ad, and then I let it run for, you know, maybe 4 days, and then look at the metrics, look and see what I did, and I look at everything. And then, okay, this is in my group, this is in that, this is where I need to be, this is what clicked the most, this is what I'm going to double down on. So then I maybe do another team, right? And then now I know what works, what doesn't, and guess what that does? All you're doing, guys, the most important thing is you are just buying information. Information that is crucial, that will save you money in the long run, that will actually help you market a lot more precise with more proficiency in the long run. That's all you're doing.
And to piggyback on that, keep it simple. So if you're in San Diego, just run an ad to San Diego. If you're in Yuma, run an ad to Yuma. To get more advanced, if you speak Spanish, do an ad in Spanish, only to people who speak Spanish, not many people do.
That's true.
Oh, that Hispanic market is so
untapped.
Want to tap into it?
But if you want to focus on a specific area, just focus, and that's an easy way. Like, you don't need to get crazy with your analytics and what's quick. Keep it simple. Stick with the local area.
Yeah, man. So there's a lot of campaigns. I'm serious about that campaign, Gil.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. I think that's clickbait, right?
I'm telling you, I don't come up with stuff. Sarah will tell you, it's like some of the stuff that I come at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. on a whim. It's like, yeah, this, boom, hey man, $1,000. Wow, didn't see that one coming. I'm telling you, that is a winner.
All right, cool, guys. So any questions, any comments? Anybody want any revelations? Anybody say, ooh, that was really eye-opening for me? Anything?
Everything.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, I the entire presentation was phenomenal. I mean, just like you say, explain to people as a paper, great, because you get clear and concise information. There's no, because I mean, I don't have a lot of questions because you covered it really well. So then you start with baby steps, and that's from there. So it was really great. So I got a lot.
Okay. All right, guys. So in wrapping up here, so we're officially shut down until the 5th of January. Now, I will be coming to the office. I will be calling some of you. I'd like to get together with you. Some just really important things that I really need to leave with you is don't let the first of the year start and not have a plan in place. And by I mean a plan, I have it in my head. It needs to be down on paper. Okay, and if you're like, I'm still struggling there, get with me. I want to sit with you, that you start out with a plan, that you have some actionable steps that you're ready to take. If you want to get with Enrique, right, get with Andrew, get with these guys, like I want to set something up for me that caters to me, get with them, right? This is the time to do so. Have a great Christmas, right? If I don't see some of you, have a very happy New Year. Enjoy your weekend, guys, right?
Yeah.
See you later, Peter.